Hi. It's me. This is terrible. Anyways, hi guys. You're wondering, where's the camera? I'm not gonna have any camera today. This is just a preamble ramble, so it's probably gonna be like the next 4 minutes of me just rambling on something. No, this is not going to be a history of TurboFolk. I'm sure that you can read or listen about it somewhere. This is just going to be, in typical girl on the internet syndrome fashion, just me rambling about my history of collecting TurboFolk tapes. Let's rewind to 2019. I've come across a page on Instagram that depicts the plush toy of Rei Ayanami from Neon Genesis Evangelion into various ethnic clothing? How do I describe this? Anyways, I come across a specific post that depicts Rei in some interesting garb with brandy and a vaporwave background, and the song that plays is just groovy. Here, take a listen. I end up checking in the comments to see who did the song. I punch in the letters and I'm introduced to Rocky Volovich. I check the channel that it's from. It's from Nasha Srpska Archiva. And I'm not only introduced to Rocky, I'm also introduced to Brano Trfkovic, Lepi Micha, and Bayamali Kaninja, and of course other TurboFolk figures. At some point I thought, well, NSA's got a patch, and you know what? I love patches. So I donated some money to their Patreon and got a patch, and I believe the first album I got was Yoshsenishta Nezna, I think is what you pronounce it.
I'm sorry, I'm American.
And the reason why I liked it is because of the music videos that Bayamali Kaninja did. Further down the line, I got Lepi Micha Zaserbima something, and also Perva Linea, which at the time I got it, it was a new addition to NSA's catalog. Before I knew it, I was pretty interested in a peculiar genre of music, made in a civil war from a Balkan country I'm not familiar with. Speaking of which, did you know that we had involvement in this war? I didn't. Before anyone says that I probably fell asleep in class, no. I did pretty well in honors level world history and US history, and never once did they ever cover our involvement in Syria. I was gonna say Syria, oh my god. In Serbia. I just find it interesting that we never ever learned about our involvement with the Yugoslav wars in the 90s. I wonder why. Anyways, in the midst of this, I find some uploads from Superton's catalog on iTunes, and also their YouTube channel as well. And I do get a copy of Igra Yusedelie, and I was absolutely floored on how great their remastering stuff was. Of course, little did I know, this was not a remaster, but I think it is a re-upload of their master tape that they had somewhere. At some point, I start to accumulate tapes. In the beginning, it was just Bayamali Kaninja tapes. I did acquire a Lepi Micha tape, and I started to expand my horizons a little bit more. Eventually, after acquiring a few, I decided to reach out to NSA via Patreon that I did have some tapes that I'd happily send over to them, and also I sent a request to get Rocky Volovic's Panteri album. Unfortunately... Hi, post-editing random attribute here. I just checked my Patreon messages and they did respond. And you know, the funny thing is, I thought I checked within a month and 2 months and saw nothing. But it turns out a month later, they actually responded back. I feel so bad. There's one burning question. What is up with people getting banned in the NSA Discord? And why did they have to close their Discord for like a while or make a new one? Okay, that's it. That's my update segment. There we go. I'll roll the tape. I have bought some TurboFolk tapes, and you may be wondering, well, how did you get them? Number 1 is eBay, and number 2 is Discogs.com. Well, I didn't really find out the magic of Discogs until later down the line, but initially it was just eBay and NSA, and of course, iTunes if they had any remastered content. Now, I do love collecting the original media itself, as collecting old things have been my thing since I found out about old games from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. No, I'm not kidding. Anyways, for a month I've had something stewing in my brain. Every time I go to sleep I think, man, I should have a series where I should be talking about random cassette tapes from the Balkan War era, or something of the sort. And so we come to today, where I'm starting the series where I ramble about Serbian tapes I own. I hope you guys do like the series, and I introduce my own country to an interesting genre of music. Also, am I going to talk about that song? You know, that song? Yeah, probably, I will. Anyways, well, we'll get there when we get there, okay? Anyways, bye!